I know every win is important, but coming off that long road trip, and how important is it to win the first game of a series like tonight?
You know what, Jim? I can't think of a day where it's not important to win.
Yeah.
You come up with a reason every day.
Yeah.
Middle of the road trip, middle of the, it's a game, so it's important.
How about Nick Martinez tonight? Your impressions?
You know what? I thought he did a really good job. A couple innings there where looked like he kind of lost the strike zone, but he got it back. We turned a couple really nice double plays. He got us to a point of the game where I thought, let's give Ashcraft a clean inning. Nick had done his job, and you could see how excited he was. He was out in the field after the game.
How important was the defense tonight? And this is a club that has struggled the past few years defensively.
You know, what was really exciting, I thought, was like McLean's had a rough stretch swinging the bat. He really played a good second base tonight. That was a nice play. That ball that Newbar hit,
Yeah.
that was a good play.
And Trevino's play.
That was huge. I mean, that changes the whole game.
Yeah.
You look at guys like Trevino, Lux, and Hayes, the guys you brought in. It seems like they're doing exactly what you guys had hoped, and it identified them and what they were able to do.
I think that's exactly true. I agree with everything you said right there. They're so solid that our guys, I think Brad and Nick deserve a lot of credit. They, sometimes in the winter it's hard because you got to kind of stay in your lane, which is hard to do. But they got some guys that really helped us.
What have you seen from Lux so far?
His at-bats are tremendous. I even thought at the beginning of the year when he didn't have much to show for it, he was swinging the bat great. I think he went through a little bit of a lull. But he's not afraid to see pitches. He's not afraid to go deep in the count. And when he hits the ball the other way like that, and you've heard me say that about all the guys, it makes him pretty dangerous.
Is that as good as Graham has thrown the ball this year?
He's been pretty good. I mean, I would have a hard time. I'm just glad when they get him out. But he's been a difference maker for a bullpen.
How important is it, Tito, when you get a guy like that coming in seventh inning after the starter, he shuts it down? If there's something to the fact of momentum for the bullpen.
No, I know what you're saying. You get a guy out of the game that was pitching really well, and you don't want to open that, put a crack in the door. And our bullpen did a really good job.
You mentioned Trevino's bunt earlier when I think Wayne got that down. Were you even thinking third, or it seemed like first instinct would have been first?
We always preach getting out, but the play's right in front of him, and he did a good job. And Marte did a good job of staying home.
Do you have an update on Fraley?
He hit a ball off of his quad. I don't know what it is because I don't think I have one. It's hard to talk about stuff you don't know. He hit a ball off his quad yesterday in Denver, and it really swelled up. And he ran today about 80%, and we kind of put our heads together and like, man, if he does something, if this turns into something it's not supposed to, I'm going to kick myself. So we made a change. All right, guys.
I was just